performance things where it's like, oh, I'm not ready, and you're never gonna be ready,
or you're always ready. I see it both ways.
Yeah, it's kind of both. It's just like it's never gonna be perfect. It's never going to be 100% of what you want it to be. But you're getting better every time that you're doing it, and don't wait until some future time, because
not to mention the fact that everybody feels like they have to fill into something, when in fact all you need to do is be yourself in whatever way that it is, and people don't realize that your art is just you doing something, and, and so you don't need to change
for all of it, because Alicia and I used to write together when we moved here, and I was very oh, I don't know, this is going to be terrible. And her mentality of it was like, we have to make a thing. Like, we just, whatever, like, it's not going to be perfect. We have to make things. And that's possibly what has been just like that through line of like, oh yeah, making things. Like, that is how I'm getting better. And then you just said something now, and I already forgot because I suck. And I just thought, like, yeah, like, that's it. Like slowly getting better over time, and then, like, fuck, I really don't remember what you said.
Luckily, we're recording it, so it's really...
You can have it listening to it get to remember it by pressing something.
They're saying right now to the car as they're driving down the road, like, Delia, she said this. That's
it's like failure is the best teacher. And there's people in Japan who spend 10 years learning how to perfectly cut a puffer fish so they can cut a puffer fish so rich people can eat it.
Without dying.
And they spend 10 years doing that, just to be considered a master. And so it's just one of those things, it's like,
that's so in spite of, like, nature, though. I don't know, like, that specific analogy, I like it because it's like, nobody should. There's there's a billion fish, and a guy just learned how to specifically make this one fish edible, sorta.
Well, yeah, because it's poisonous, but then at the end of the day, aren't you just glad that he has 10 years? You're like, okay, yeah,
but some of the best art is, like, really specific and kind of, like, very much about, like, a thing that you need to do, and,
well, there's always a bit of a technique that you yourself have to find to get through to find yourself. Because I've said this 1,000 times to every level 1 class, but I may not have said it to all of you, which is, we are perfect as children, and we are who we are forever. Like, our most pure self of who we are, who Amy is, who Wendell is, who Delia is, who Brett is, was what we were when we were children. Mm-hmm. And then when we hit puberty, the stupid hormones fucked up everything, ruined your brain, took away your improv brain, and also added your, super ego in there that says, like, hey, what are you doing? You're an asshole. You shouldn't do this.
Yeah, like social insecurity.
Like, the voice in your head that says, like, they're all going to laugh at you appears in that moment, right?
Because you're really only truly selfish for, like, the first 10 years of your life. And I know that you can be a selfish tween. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, in the sense of... because you're going through puberty, like, you're more aware of what others think of you and how other people see you. And
I actually truly believe that part ruins you.
Yeah, no, it does. That's my point. You get kind of less selfish because you're so self-aware of how people are seeing you, and so you censor yourself when you're like, I should be doing what other... Mm-hmm. What society tells me to do, what other people think I should do. This is how I'll get boys to like me. This is how I'll get girls to like me.
Some people just blow right past that. I know, like, 40-year-olds that never really got that memo. But
but the thing is, we all are seeking to appease someone in some way, right? We're all following some mob mentality, whatever it is. We are animals first and foremost, and we run in packs, and we do what the pack does, and that's how it works. And the thing is that's nice about our brains that can, like, discern things is that we can choose our packs not just by, like, our gender or our race or the ethnic group that we would normally be in, but sort of like in the way that people say you can choose your family and it's your friends, and that I've lost my train of thought. Delia.
Yeah, no, just like it's been super shitty because you were talking about like this person that you said was like the same age as you, and now they're going back into it. It's like for whatever reason that got awoken. Something lit a fire that under that part that reverted and thought, no, like, why did I give up on this aspect? I'm gonna go back. And like, I wonder if it's any of that inquisitive nature to just, like, obviously, like, having that isn't enough, right? Like, you're inquisitive, which is great, and like, that brought you here. Follow it more and see where you go. And if it becomes too hard for you, then don't do it anymore. But then it's just interesting to see other people following it, such as the both of you who have, and I feel like are both doing really great things.
You're so sweet.
I like that we always joke about this, but like that I'm the youngest person here, and you and I are like sitting on a rocking chair like we're Vietnam veterans and being like, yeah, no, we've seen some shit. We're the old ones.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's be honest. You're not going to take care of your new mom in the old folks' home. You're going to take care of me.
Yeah.
I inspired a group of POWs in Nam one time. No,
the other, I realized where my train of thought was because you so beautifully were discussing the same topic. Haha. But the idea being that, like, when you become an adult, you have to choose to separate from the, like, generic world telling you what to do. Because, like, yeah, a lot of people do go back and become accountants and do the shit because it's hard to do other things. And most people are like, that's dumb. Don't do that. That's crazy.
Why are you doing that? Just follow into this bigger thing. Like, you suck. You're terrible.
Follow along. Get a job. Why don't you have health insurance? I don't understand why you don't have kids already.
Your dreams are stupid.
Yeah, and the problem is to do another thing. No, everyone.
Yeah.
To do, no, my parents were great. My parents were like, yeah, go in theater. Have a great time.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Whew, what a good play you were in. No, everybody else in the world was all like, I don't know. Is this the path? Are you sure? And everyone was like, I can't do it. I mean, the number of people alone that I know
this is what I want to do.
Who are, like, that did this with me that are no longer doing this anymore are crazy. Like, all the friends on Facebook that are just not doing theater anymore. There are people that have, like, changed their look so entirely I don't even know who they are anymore. Like, I'm like, whoa, look at this person, this is insane. And they're totally different. But, you know, you just follow whatever adult path you have. And one hopes that you can actually come back to who you really are in this way. Like, go back to your natural state of, you know, childlike. That, not like in a way that, like, they say when you're elderly you go back to being childlike. I mean, like, to knowing who you really should be, what your real dream is, what you always want.
Like, unabashed, and, like, just like, I like these things and I'm not gonna, like, have to explain them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you want to be an accountant, if, like, numbers are, like, totally jazz you all day, like, get up in it.
Yeah.
Do it. Great. I hope you make some cash. But, like, if they don't worry about it. Like, it's fine. There's jobs for everyone. I was having a conversation today with one of the temps because she was talking about her brother and trying to figure out what job he wanted to do. And I told him, you know, like, yeah, what did you do? What did you like when you were a kid? And then that is like a premise of a sketch. And then there's 1,000 jobs that can come out of it in the way that there's 1,000 ideas, 1,000 sketches that can come out of one premise. Like, all of it's comedy in my head. But you know, there's just lots of options you can take in your life, lots of pathways, and people don't always recognize that, and they end up getting themselves in a rut.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like long-term happiness for me. I think is just doing the best at the thing I love most, and I think that I've made the decision, granted very young, that I was like, I'm not going to try and people please for the next 20 years of my life and then have 2 kids that I resent, and I was like, I was going to be a star.
Right? No, I still think that.
I just thought about it in a different way and just thought I really like the fact that we all came into this thing just of the genuine want to do this, like, giant array of, like, the performing, like, the comedy, all of these things, and we entered this field where we can leave all of that surface level bullshit aside, and it's like, no, I'm just looking at you as like performers, you know what I mean, and just like being your actual self without having any of that like societal constraints and bullshit, leaving all of those things behind, and like I'm just looking at you in this genuine way. And it's very interesting to have almost like a pick of like all of these people. Does that make sense? Like, seeing somebody for who they actually are, instead of like, oh, you listen to putting you in categories and whatever, because nobody is a category. It's bullshit. It's like we're all leaving like society and like all of these rules and things behind, and just going into this agreement of genuinely liking each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely comes out of the improv world.
Or genuinely disliking each other
Or
for like
genuinely
good
disliking each
good
other.
real reasons, you know, like
Sure.
not just superficial like upfront bullshit, but like just like
I
that
always feel
person
really
is-
sad when I genuinely dislike a person. Like because if I genuinely dislike them, I spend time thinking about them. I don't need to spend time thinking about them.
See, yeah, I'm the same way unless I like genuinely hate that person. Like if I have like a furious rage against them, I love that because I don't find that often. But like I also just like feeding into it like a Batman almost, you know, just like, oh yeah, just if I could just dedicate my next 5 years to some like revenge plan.
You need to go visit a dominatrix. I think that would be a thing that you would...
Honestly, what I do is I watch
I wanna-
RuPaul's Drag Race and just watch them throw shade at each other.
Dude,
and
I love that
it's
show.
So nice.
I love RuPaul popping up as a little head off the side, like backing up the joke RuPaul just made.
Yeah.
You know, RuPaul like make a catty comment, and then RuPaul will be like, yeah, that's it.
Drag queens love a play on words. It's almost British.
Yeah.
How much they love a pun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Congratulations, girls. I love it. I wish
everybody
I would
loves-
I want to be RuPaul. I think I should have been born a drag queen. That is what
I've
I
actually
truly
thought that a number of times as well.
I feel like
Yeah.
RuPaul goes, I wish I could have been more RuPaul. Like RuPaul is so
How does
like...
he not love his own life?
Dude, yeah, like that whole show is so cartoony, and like there's so
It's
many
so
graphics and
cartoony.
stuff.
How do you know he doesn't love his own life?
He does.
No, he
I mean,
does,
how
but
can he not?
I think he wishes
He
he could
used
love
to
it
be in
more.
a punk band.
That's
Yeah.
great.
RuPaul used to be in a punk band.
Yeah.
Which, of course, RuPaul was in a punk band, because RuPaul is so punk rock.
Like, she could be any cooler.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie But I'm a Cheerleader?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
And I,
Yay, I get to
No.
do that. Yay, I'm the one.
I know
Where
the
she
cover
doesn't
looks
realize
like-
she's a lesbian.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
And she's
Yes.
like, what do you mean about my vagina paintings?
right, and like her boyfriend in high school is like, we don't do anything. You won't even kiss me.
Yeah.
She's like, what? We shouldn't kiss though. He's like, come on. The parents are like, why didn't you do it?
Was that, what's her name?
They go to,
something Leone? Natasha Leone?
Yeah, Natasha Leone
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, dude.
she's
was
the lead
amazing.
in
I love
that,
that movie.
and she's a lesbian, and she goes to gay camp, and the lead camp
They
counselor
try and
is
like, pray the gay
is
away.
RuPaul as man. And I remember.
I also love
Oh,
RuPaul
shit.
in Two Wong
That's
Fu
why I brought
Thanks
it
for
up.
Everything.
Wait,
No.
who was RuPaul in that?
RuPaul was himself. He crowned them
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
wearing
yeah.
a beautiful American
Oh,
flag dress.
I love that movie.
Question:
love that movie, too.
Do we say he, or is it a trans situation where you say she?
I say
that's the thing.
I think
That's why I kept saying RuPaul was great.
yeah. I was really trying to like.
I think
I was trying to go with that too. I think she.
she is the most
Well,
correct. But if
I
you
think
dress
she,
as a
but I-
man, I think you can apply it.
And
as a he.
see, that's the thing.
So I
Like,
didn't want to be rude.
yeah, because I had listened to an interview that RuPaul did.
Yeah.
And I believe that RuPaul stated the same thing of like, well, when I'm dressed certain ways.
Yeah, I think it's again, to quote Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar, a gay man is it's a gay man with way too much fashion sense. That's a drag queen. For just one gender. Yeah, anyone remember that? I love this movie.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
I love that movie because it's Patrick Swayze, Wesley Snipes, and John Leguizamo
all is
dressed in drag.
and they're all
And
beautiful.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
John
killing it.
Leguizamo was
Jump.
Gigi Rodriguez. Beautiful.
Do you ever wonder what it was like? Yeah, they did that, and like all three of those guys are